we're here. All right. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, it's light. Holy cow. All right. Hey there, guys. Welcome back to Fluff and Utter Vintage. I'm gonna move the camera just a little bit. It's a little foggy. You can't see me. All right. Hopefully you guys are able to join us live. I'm super excited. For those of you who are new here, my name is Linda, and I am part of the Fluff and Utter Vintage team. Whoa, looking at this light, it's like, geez, this isn't really something I'm really into. All right, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. We're going to go. So, Fluff and Utter Vintage, we are a small, oh, I have one person here. Hello, person who's here. So hopefully you can chat and let me know you're here because I have my mouse and I have my, I can't chat back because I can't type. My arms aren't that long. But hopefully we can get some people to tell me who they are and where they're coming in from. I would love that. I so appreciate it. And we actually have some great subscribers. So that's really cool. Pam and I are super excited about that. Back to what I started to say. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Linda, and I'm part of the Fluff and Utter Vintage team. And we are a small vintage / antique upcycle shop here in Northeast Ohio. We actually also have a website, Fluff and Utter Vintage, and I think you can see it correctly behind me, fluffanduttervintage.com. So if you see anything that you like, go ahead and shop our website. We do have What's New Wednesday collection. We also have some other collections. We do sell Dixie Belle paint, which actually is starting. I'm going to go ahead and deplete my supply. And so that's going to start 40% off on Monday. I know I've said that before, but it definitely come, you know what, or high water, we're going to go ahead and get that 40% off. So if you've used Dixie Belle and you are in need of some, let me know, reach out. And if you see something that you have a question about, I will be more than happy to help you as best as I can. I've used it for years, but we are kind of going in a little bit different direction. So I just want to go ahead and get that stock out of here. So some of the new things that are coming up. I know I talked before about Kathy's Closet. I talked about that last week. So Kathy's Closet will probably start. I thought it was going to go ahead and start this coming Monday, but Pam, whether she likes it or not, is going to do Kathy's Closet on Monday, the following Monday. So I guess it would probably be the first Monday in May, or no, yeah, something like that. So be aware that that's happening in Kathy's Closet. For those of you who missed it last time, is we had the privilege of helping my sister's mother-in-law emptied out the estate. And so over about a year or so, we were packing things, putting things in boxes, and there's a lot of wonderful things. And so we don't really know what everything is. So part of the fun of Kathy's Closet is we're going to start going through some of the boxes, and you guys are going to see right with us what everything is. It'll be super fun. I know I've done that a couple times on our lives before, and everyone's enjoyed it because I don't know what's in these boxes. And Pam and I have no idea what's in these boxes. So Pam's going to start them out, Kathy's Closet, on Mondays. And then eventually I will work my way into either Kathy's Closet or probably something similar where Pam will purchase things that I don't know what they are, and auctions, yards, whatever they are. She'll put it together. And if it's from an auction that she's done online, then I have to go pick it up. So you'll go with me to go pick it up, and it'll be a surprise. I think it'll be a lot of fun to see what we both come up with. So that's kind of some of the things that are on the horizon for us. If you are local and you are into, we're having a little bit of a vendor fair, food truck, great stuff here in Shiloh on May 18th. It's from 9 to 4. And it's kind of our first year doing it. It's in conjunction with the Shiloh Community Improvement Group. We've kind of put together a group of wonderful residents and businesses here in town that are trying to help build up the community. So we thought, what a better way than just to give back. So we're going to have some people. We've got a honey and crafts and all sorts of fun things, and then we have food trucks. And for those of you who don't know, here in Shiloh, the outskirts of town, we have a ton of Mennonite flower markets. So the greenhouses are phenomenal this time of year. So most of them have started opening already, but we thought maybe it would be better to go ahead and start in May and have a fun little event. So there'll be music, food trucks, vendors, all sorts of things. And then you can pop on over to Fluff and Utter Vintage and see what we got going on. And that would be Saturday, May 18th from 9 to 4. I'm trying to think, what else do we have? Oh, so if you are around this area and you're into antiques and flea markets and stuff, there is a flea market in Tiffin, Ohio. It's about 45 minutes northeast of here. And we'll have a booth there in the FAD building. I'm not sure what that is, but hopefully maybe I can put something on our Facebook page that'll show you guys how to find us at the Tiffin Flea Market on April. I'm always got the wrong date. April 27th, I think it is. So yeah, April 27th and 28th. So that's a Saturday and Sunday. So and Tiffin Flea Market is the place to be around this area. And they say, if you're going to do a flea market in Tiffin, do the first one, so this is the first one in April. I'm looking forward to it. I have not done it. I've never even been to it, but everybody around here says it's the thing to do. So my friend Nicole, who you've heard me talk about before, her husband have offered to help me out. So fingers crossed that we get rid of good stuff and we make lots of money and we have lots of fun, because that's part of it. Like I've told a lot of people who've seen us live on Facebook that I love doing the shows. And so Pam and I've got a good schedule of shows coming up. Most of them are south of here, but you never know where we're going to end up. So you might want to follow us around. Also, that same weekend is also the Vintage Market Days at the Hartford Fairgrounds in Johnstown, Ohio. So if you're in either area, there's some great things going on. We won't be there, of course. We'll be up in Tiffin. So join us. All right. I have got some, I think I'm also going to try and go back to doing a collection. So I've noticed that and I've said this before, that I kind of always, whether I know it or not, have collections of things, or things that are similar, or things that are like, it just sort of happens that way. So this week I've got some Pfaltzgraff and I've got enamelware. So, but I'm not going to start with those, because you just have to wait, since those are at the end. So, yeah, I have found, I try and make sure that I tell you guys the history of things, because I like it. And I just think it just brings a little bit more excitement to some of these things. It just helps people know the story. I love to know stories behind things. And if anyone who knows me in person knows that I'm a little bit of a storyteller, not as much as my sister. She's a storyteller. And she'll tell you like every detail. She's good. She's a detail girl for sure. So when you get to Kathy's closet with her, it'll be something, because she won't know any of the details, but she's pretty smart. She can figure it out. So anyway, this is a hand-painted Nippon dishware. Now, Nippon is what is currently called Japan. So from 1890s to about 1920, it was called, every time then they made things, it was Nippon, and Nippon is what it is. So it says it's hand-painted Nippon. Now, I would say that this is truly what this is, but caveat that they're about 1980s or so, they did, people were being a little tricky. And so they were playing with we can say it's Nippon because it was made in Japan, but we have to mark that it was not, that was after 1920. And those weren't truly regulated as to when. So it was like, it could be a sticker, it could be something, and it could fall off. So which made you believe that it was something that was from Nippon, but it was not. It's the 1980s. So I'm still doing a little bit more research on this particular mark on the back. And I think I've told most of you that this is a maker's mark, and most of you probably know that, so you can tell. And this does say hand-painted Nippon, but I'm not sure. It looks awfully new to be from the late 1800s to the early 1900s. So I'm gonna do a little bit more research before this one does go up on our website. And I actually think I might have another one floating around. So if you like this, feel free to contact me and I'll let you know about it, or reach out in the comments or something, or keep an eye out for it, because it'll be coming to a station near you sometime soon. All right. I always end up having a lot of China, just because I'm a China nut. And so, yeah, it's just the way it goes. It is what it is. So these actually are Nautilus. They're Homer Laughlin. They are all, except for this one. This one is, I can't tell. Thought I had it in my head. But anyway, these are from the 40s, and it's eggshell nautilus, Homer Laughlin. They're made in the United States. They're beautiful plates. I think these would be a great combination on a wall. They're all got similar colors, but they're a little bit different. This one is the apple blossom pattern. I think it's probably about $10 for this. And like I said, these are all from the late 1940s. So these are from this. One of them has a little bit of a chip, but so if you're putting it on a wall, who cares if it has a chip? So these are super nice plates, basically in good condition. Those all came from a box lot that I got at an auction. And like I've said before, I get things from auctions. I get things from my basement, which who knows where I got half of that stuff. Auctions, yard sales, thrift stores, side of the road. Matter of fact, I'm totally bummed because one of the other things that's happening in Shiloh on May 11th is they have their drop things off on the side of the road that you want to get rid of or whatever, and the garbage guys come and pick it up like on Monday. So the whole week before that, they start putting stuff out on the curb. People, I'm telling you, if you don't have one of those in your town, I feel sorry for you because it's cool. You find the most amazing, amazing things. Probably, I think I've told this story before. So, no, it was probably 2 years ago. 2 years ago. A friend of mine was here visiting and was like, oh my gosh, we got to hit the places up down the street because people are putting stuff on out for the trash. Well, bless her little heart. My friend Faith, she was a rock star. Driving down the street, and we did one of those, pull in, and because on the side of the road was this beautiful oak pedestal table and 4 chairs. I couldn't fit them in my car, so bless her heart. I took everything the table apart, stuck that in my car, so I made her sit on the side of the road so that she had to wait for like 20 minutes for me to come back because I had to put things in the shop here. I had to figure out how to get it, and so she sat there twiddling her thumbs while I was waiting for she was waiting for me to come back so that she could get in the car too. Even then, she had to wait for me to come back a second time. It was pretty funny. We still, like I said, it's years, and I know her and I will be laughing about this 10 years down the road. So that's a lot of fun. So I take my junking seriously. So if you're with me, you're probably getting out of the car. You're sitting on the side of the road waiting for me to come back for you. And give me your fingers crossed that I do, which I usually do. All right, it's actually getting a little hot in here, which it was not today. I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to go live because we were under, and I think we still are under tornado issues. Hopefully it does not end up like it did a couple weeks ago. And we did have a tornado hit Plymouth. My poor friend Sheila had some damage at her house, but luckily her and her family are fine, but they did have some damage. So it was pretty rough here for a little bit. I think it was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Anyway, looks like it's clearing up. So I got some great games. This is from the 50s. It's called High-Low. And it's sort of like that game that you play at the Cracker Barrel, where they, at least that's my interpretation of it, where you do like the little things back and forth until you get all the colors or whatever. So I guess I should probably read the instructions. I'm not very good at reading instructions. I usually make somebody else do that, or I just play and then I figure it out. That's me. Anyway, there's people around who my family know that I can be a little competitive, and sometimes we just go for it because I'm too impatient to hear the instructions. But what a fun game. This actually looks in great shape. Just a nice conversation piece. Don't necessarily know that it would be, actually, I think it would be fun to like flatten the box and maybe kind of like make like what do they call that thing? Like a shadow box type thing, or do something with it just because it's kind of different than most games. The other fun one that I found, now these actually all came from an auction, Don Sweeting auction, who I will mention the auctions that I go to. So if you guys are interested in attending them, luckily I've had some really, really good luck with a lot of these people in the area who do auctions. Very fair, very easy to work with. And so I want people to know them and know about them, and maybe hopefully frequently. And I've mentioned this, I mentioned it a lot. If there's anybody who's into auctions or who's never been and wants to go, I would love to take you with me. So don't believe there's one here in town coming up for a couple weeks, but maybe we'll put it on our website and tell everyone in our Facebook page to join me if you want at the next auction. Anyway, look at this. Oh my gosh. I think as a kid, I always wanted to have this game. I didn't get this game, but I wanted to have this game. But isn't this fun? This actually looks like it has all the pieces, or pretty doggone close to them. I was surprised when, oh, I lied. This isn't, see? I guess it pays. Wrong box, right game. In my head, it was the right game. So this is the hands down game. I don't know if you guys remember this, but this game we had, the Buckets of Fun game, was the one that I wanted to get, and we didn't get it. But anyway, this game is called Hands Down. I don't remember how to play this game, but you get the gist. So I'll have to find the right box. Well, that's a bummer. Sort of like Kathy's Closet. You never know what you're going to find. But this, if you're into vintage games and you like stuff like that, this would be a fun thing just to kind of put out on as decor or something. How fun is that? Now, these are the pieces for the Bucket of Fun. I don't really know what kind of Bucket of Fun you were supposed to have with this, but somebody must have thought it was fun once upon a time. So I think I'm going to have to now start searching for, maybe I'll check out eBay and see if I can find the actual bucket, since I have the box and I have a large portion of the pieces. I'll see what I can find. All right, next, clue. So, word of warning to anyone who chooses to play Clue with my son and my daughter-in-law, well, look out, because they take their Clue game very, very seriously. So, but I don't know how seriously they would take this one, because this poor one has seen better days. But I think this is another one of those. And I have some actual other game boards that I had wanted to turn into just like wall hangings or wall pieces. But this one, as far as the actual game is concerned, it's in pretty good shape, except for minus the stink bugs. Of course, sort of that just goes with territory sometimes. But this looks like it has all the pieces, and it's just a nice, fun piece to have around. As I said, some people don't like playing old games, meaning that they're older, so they're not really play things, or more just to put out and about. But because this one has seen better days, it could be pretty creative as to what you could do with it. I have a huge old, somewhere in the basement, and I might have sold it and I just don't remember, it's a big giant, like a chessboard, but it must have been something where it's got like netting around it, and it has like little pockets, almost like you're playing pool or something, or whatever that game is. And they go in the holes. But I have that, and I thought that would be a great wall hanging, like in a game room. So eventually, maybe I could have a house where I could have these types of things on the walls, because I love these things. They're super cool, and they're conversation pieces, if nothing else. So those will be going up pretty soon. All right, Pfaltzgraff. So I had gotten these from an estate sale. Kind of forgot they are the Heritage pattern. And Heritage is actually still made today, but these are from the 1980s, 1990s pieces. These are 11-inch plates. I have 12 of them. So they are, and they're all in super amazing condition, besides being a little dirty, but we'll get them cleaned up and get them online. They're going to go for about $9 a piece. As I said, I have a bunch of them. I have sold several of the pieces already from this group. We had a gravy boat, sugar creamer, and now I have 6 bowls and 4 of the dessert plates, like a salad plate. So, and they're, like I said, in really good condition. Now, this is another Pfaltzgraff piece. It is a platter. It is the Heritage. Actually, this is not the Heritage, and I can't remember now what it was. I had it in my head, which is not a very safe place to be sometimes. But it is the gazebo pattern. Yes, the gazebo pattern. So, and this is excellent condition. This pattern is actually the same age as the Heritage, but this pattern is, they don't do this one anymore, but they do the Heritage pattern. And I have a, salt and pepper shaker from the same pattern. These are in good shape, except I'm going to see if I can get, it's got a little bit of yellowing on the top, so I need to figure out, it's almost like it's grease, but it's not coming off. So I'm going to give them a little bit better scrub. And like most salt and pepper shakers, they come pre-filled. Yeah, you don't want to use what's in it. So I'll get those emptied out and get them cleaned up. Let's see. Oh, this is a Federalist ironstone bowl. It made from Japan, but so this is actually from the 80s. It's not antique ironstone, but it is a heavier dish, good quality. It does have a little bit of a mark on it. I think I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do. Almost like a stain, almost like an iron stain. So I'm going to go ahead and so Sheila's here. Hi, Sheila. I'm so glad you finally found us. Yay. That's my friend Sheila. Anyway, so this is from the 80s. This from Japan. All right, I'm going to get this corner, and then I'll go to the enamelware. So we'll start with the pseudo enamelware. So this piece is a fun, very dirty, but I'll get it cleaned up, cake plate. Look at this. It's a cake holder. Now, if I take it apart, who knows when I'm going to ever get it back together. But it's totally cool. I would obviously just use this on a counter as a decor piece. But I don't know if I can, let's see. Oh, okay. So I've had it taken apart before. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Yep. Oh, wait. There's a way. There's a will, there's a way, right? Is that what they say here? So this comes apart. Look at. So, of course you love cake carriers. Sheila loves cake carriers. Now, Sheila, you can help me put this back together. I don't understand this. Hey, Cheryl's here too. Yay, we got the Shiloh crew in the house, and I know Miss Pamela is floating around there somewhere. She had errands to run, and the Florida crew is there somewhere. They haven't figured out how to do comments, but anyway, this is cool. But I can't. I guess maybe. Yeah, this cake carrier thing doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So, if anyone knows really how they use it or how it would have been used, besides carrying a cake, let me know. Because it's very confusing how the bits and pieces go together. And I apologize for things being so dirty. I honestly, like I said, didn't know that we were going to be able to do it today. So because of the weather, I didn't have all my ducks in a row. We're going back to Rusty and Krusty. So this was in a box lot. It's some serious help. So I'm actually thinking about I'm hoping that more and more people will be able to do the Fluff and Under Vintage 1260. So or share this, you guys. Share like the Dickens. And that way more people will be able to find us that way. But anyway, that's who we are. And so this thing, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is do like a crazy kind of patchworky decoupage on it maybe, or to make it look like there was designs on it and they just sort of faded away with time. What do you guys think? So that's my thoughts on that. It's an old horseshoe. I really have no idea where it came from. It just sort of was on my counter. It just magically appeared. So one of these days I'll figure it out. And what do they say? Oh, you gotta hang it this way, right? So you gotta hang it this way so the luck doesn't run out. I think that's the way it works anyway. And this lovely picnic basket it is not new to me. It is new to you guys, but it's not new to my basement because I was down there in the basement. I'm like, oh, yeah, see, pointed upward for good luck. I like that. Anyway, this basket I got, like I think I mentioned this last time, at an auction in Ashland, Ohio. And so this basket's in really pretty good shape. I got this. I've had this from an estate auction, and it wasn't just, it was one house, and so they were trying to clear the house out. And I think I told you guys before about the attic, that I thought I was just getting just like a little kind of corner piece in an attic. Yeah. See, I did mention it before that I got the whole entire attic. Well, that basket was from that whole entire attic. It's pretty, obviously it's so much stuff in that whole attic that 2 years later I'm still pulling it out, which, knowing me, it could be 6 years later. All right, enamelware, and then now eventually I will figure out how far from my webcam I can be without it getting dark, because I noticed if I pull, if I go this way, it goes away. You guys can figure it out. Ta-da! Now, who doesn't love a good stock pot, enamelware stock pot? This I picked up at a yard sale up in Bay City, Michigan, and one of my favorite plates. They had, actually, I was in the town. I lived in the town right next. I know it's a nice one. I somehow figured you would. I lived in the town right next to Bay City, and now I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, they had amazing community yard sale. Whew, it was great. It's fantastic. So this can be yours if you like it. It does have a little bit of cracks in the enamel on the top, but that just makes it, just adds to the wonderfulness of it all, I think. So to add to that, this is a darling little farmhouse saucepan. Just needs the sticker did not come off, but this was picked up at the when I went to the longest yard sale. So I picked this up from the longest yard sale. It was under a tent thing, and just so happens that it goes with this pretty well. So I probably won't offer them together, but if you buy two, maybe I'll make you a deal. If it's something that you're really into. So, all right, let's see. Hang on, guys. Sorry. I need an assistant for one of these because obviously that doesn't work very well for me. Oh, ooh, look at this. Now, is this not cool? It is a beautiful enamelware double boiler. I'm thinking this is from, because it's not super duper heavy, but it's in great shape. There is not a maker's mark on the bottom, so I don't know, but I'm almost tempted to think this is from the 70s, so it's not super, super old, but it's in good, and also because this is plastic. So, and any of the others with lids that I had did not, they had metal. So this is from the 70s. But I like this one. This is a great piece. Now, this piece is not old, but I got this at an auction, and I just love the color of it. Now, I don't know if you guys can see the color on the screen or not, but it is a dark blue, almost a purple. It's a dark bluey purple with the white speckles or whatever. So, and it's in two pieces. I actually do have the this for cooking because it's having a little bit of, it's got some kind of grody-ness going on, but it's really cool. So a couple weeks ago, I know that I showed you guys another double boiler. It was an aluminum double boiler made by a company called Everware, and Everware is made out of New Jersey, but this one will get a good scrub, and this is the same company, Everware. It is very heavy, and I was amazed at how quickly that piece that we had was sold. So these, to me, you know, if you're into the farmhouse thing, if you like to go camping, these are kind of those kind of pieces that would go with that. So this piece is a lid. Now maybe, it doesn't go. But you never know. I might find a bottom that goes with this lid. Maybe that's the story of my life. I need a bottom to go with my lid. Whatever. Anyway, so this piece would be, I thought, would be cool on a wall. That's these pieces. I don't know. We'll see. Because these are just two random lids. that were in the bottom of box lot. So, and this is backwards. I'm just noticing. Backwards for me. So these would just be kind of cool if you like retro on your wall. And then this is a nice black enamelware plate. This another one of those, it's not super duper old, probably more than likely from the 70s, but it's not in bad shape. And I was almost thinking of maybe adding a transfer or some decoration or something to cover up where some of this stain is. So we'll see what I come up with. I don't know. Who knows? Eventually, I would like to get back to actually, because I picked up something the other day that I said to you guys that I was going to upcycle, and it actually has gotten upcycled. So now I have to show it to you. But Nicole is working on it, so we need to get that finished. Here's this sucker. This is the stuff that my grandmother used to have. This is some serious stainless steel ware. So this is some, like I said, once again, I think this is more just like hanging from a rack in your kitchen as opposed to being utilized. It's just kind of a great, if you like that farmhouse look, maybe that's something that you could do. All right, one or two last pieces. Now this piece, it's kind of got some problems, but I think I can fix them. But it's the base of a clock, and the work on here, the scroll work is so beautiful. Can you guys see that? Going backwards. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little bit of work on him. I thought originally when I first got it that maybe I would paint it, but I don't think so. I think I just like it the way it is. Now, what I would do with it, I don't really know. I would not put a clock back in here, but maybe it needs like something decoupaged on it, and maybe something else. I don't know. There's a woman that I follow, Canterbury Cottage, on YouTube. And I've mentioned her before, she is the MacGyver of stuff like this. And she does dioramas and all that kind of stuff. She would have a field day with this. But so stay tuned, because you never know what I'm going to do with this kind of thing. And I love it. It's falling apart, but it's kind of like me, falling apart. But I love it. Anyway, all right. I think that's everything that I have for tonight. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. I appreciate it very much. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share, talk about me positively, of course, and just send it out to the universe that, we get more followers and that people say good things and pass this along. So thank you all very much. I truly appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Don't forget, next Wednesday here, same bat channel, Fluff and Utter Vintage 1260 is what we are. Thanks, guys. I so appreciate it. Have a good week.